Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. So here we are going to start today's recapitulation video for Unit 4. In the previous class, we have done the recap of Unit 3 poem, that is My Shadow. Today we are going to continue with Unit 4 poem and prose. So let's start without wasting time. So in Unit 4, first thing you're having is the poem Crying by Galway Kinnell. So in this whole poem, as you can see, we only talk about crying, okay? The things related with crying. Now what is there about crying in the poem? Let's see in the summary. The poem tells the students how crying a little will not help anyone. So, what is the first line the poem says? It says that if you want to cry, cry to the full. Don't cry little. Okay? It means that there is nothing that you are going to get by just crying for 1 second. Okay? It urges the students to cry their heart out. Okay? When do you cry so much? When you bring out everything that was inside your heart. Yes or no? Yes? Now, it says that if you keep on crying little, after just for a minute you cry, and then after some time you cry, that means still there is so much of left within yourself that you are suffering. So don't cry this little. One time you cry, but cry your heart out. It means cry so much that after you finish crying, there is nothing left in your heart. Only then will they feel content. Only then they feel content means after that only you will feel relief. Okay? If you are going through something, then it's better at one time only you cry after everything. Okay, so that your heart is empty without any problems, or you won't feel suffocated, you won't feel depressed every time. Once you cry out everything, it means then your heart is empty of all this sadness. The poet appeals everyone to cry till their pillow drenches in tears. Now what is the meaning of drenches? It means fully wet with tears. So if you really want to cry, okay, if you're really feeling very sad about something, okay, so then no problem, cry until your whole pillow gets wet, okay, but don't cry this little. Further, it states that after crying your heart out, you will achieve happiness. So that is what happens, okay, after one time you cry so much, you bring everything out, whatever is there in the heart. After that, you will feel happy. Why? Because all the sadness has come out in the form of tears. Now there is nothing left to cry for. Once you are done crying, you can be happy and get in the shower. So now after you finish crying, what do? You go have a shower, finish everything. Moreover, crying a heart out will let you laugh cheerfully. So after you bring out everything, okay, once you cried your heart out, it means when you cried so much, now everything is done, your heart, you're feeling very light. And after that, whenever something happens, something where you can laugh, that will be a real laugh, that will be a real joy, that will not be fake. The poet also says that doing this will definitely make people wonder. However, one should not pay heed to all this. Instead, it is advisable to tell everyone that your happiness was laying in the last tears. So now what happened? This is actually a thing of wonder. Why it's a thing of wonder? Because once you say people that okay, you cry your heart out, you cry, whatever is there inside you, you bring it out. Okay? And what is there? Your happiness that is hidden in your last tear. It means after you cry so much, in your last tear, your happiness was hidden. After you have your last tear, After that, for the same thing, you're not going to cry again because everything is over. So, in that last tear, your happiness is hidden. That is to say, the last year of ours was carrying our happiness all along. So, what it says, the last year was holding the happiness, because after that last year, you're not going to cry anymore for the same thing. Okay, so this was the summary of the poem Crying, that don't keep on crying for the same thing again and again. Okay, if you want to cry, cry at once, so that the next time you feel happiness, your heart is light. Okay, so this was the whole in the poem of Crying. Now let's see, you had one story also. Okay, that was My Elder Brother, which was taken from a plain Hindi. Okay, so it is My Elder Brother. Elder brother means someone who is older to you, right? Your brother who is older to you. So it's elder. We call them elder, younger. Okay. So let's see the summary. What is there in Elder Brother? The story begins with two brothers and how they were very different from each other. The younger brother tells the story from his perspective and let us inside his life with his elder brother. The narrator is 5 years younger than his older brother. Similarly, the elder one is 3 grades ahead of the younger ones. So this story is about two brothers. Okay, the two brothers, they are very different from each other. Okay, so what is the difference? Okay, now there is a difference in age. What is the difference in age? Okay, the younger brother, the small one, okay, and the elder brother. The elder brother is 5 years elder to the younger one, or you can say the small one is 5 years younger. It means 5 साल छोटा था अपने बड़े भाई से. Okay, and when you talk about school, the elder brother was 3 years ahead. It means जो बड़ा भाई था वो 3 क्लास आगे था छोटे भाई से. ओके, वैसे वो 5 साल बड़ा था, लेकिन स्कूल में वो 3 क्लासेस उससे बड़ा था, आगे था. ओके, the brothers live together in a hostel and have a very contrasting opinions. Contrasting means different opinions. What is the meaning of contrasting? Different opinions. Okay, or where they were living in the hostel. The elder brother is hard-working fellow who studies hard. He wishes to build a strong foundation through his education. On the other hand, the younger one prefers playing all day long and doesn't give much time to his studies. So ये तो सबके घर में होता है, right? बड़ा भाई इतना अच्छा होता है पढ़ाई में और छोटा भाई कुछ नहीं करता. Right? The same thing over here. The elder brother, he was very much into studies. The whole day he was studying. He was saying that I want to make my basics strong so that further I don't get any problem. I don't face any problem further in studying. But younger brother, he was totally different. He always thought of playing outside. Okay, whole day long he wanted to play. He never wanted to study. Thus, the elder brother always scolds his little one to be more sincere. Moreover, he shows himself an example of a disciplined student. So now, the elder brother, he used to every time scold the younger brother. He used to scold, why don't you study? You have to study. Okay, he was teaching him discipline every time. Okay, and he was giving his example. What he used to say, his younger brother, learn something from me. Okay, I study whole day, you also study whole day. That is what he used to teach his younger brother. However, in turn of events, the younger brother secures the first position in class while the elder brother fails. Now there is one twist in the story. What's the twist? The younger brother, though he did not study, every time he always used to play, he used to get first position in class. But the elder brother, who studied every time, he used to fail in the class. Can you believe this? But that used to happen. This makes the younger brother too proud of himself. Even then, the brother keeps trying to discipline him and make him work hard. Okay, so what happened the next time? The younger brother, every time when he saw that he fails and I pass, I get first position in class, he used to get proud of himself that I can pass. Without studying also, I can pass. But what happens? Elder brother still used to scold him and ask him to study. The big brother works hard this time while the little ones does the opposite. To everyone's surprise, the younger one scores first position again while the elder one failed again. So the next time again it happened the same thing. Okay, the younger brother he got first position, the elder brother failed. 2 times this happened. The little one got prouder while the elder one started working harder. So when again this thing happened, what happened? The younger one was again very much proud of himself. He didn't want to study, and the elder one he still worked hard. So one day the younger one starts running after a kite when the elder brother gets angry. He scolds him for being too careless and gives him a lecture. The elder one tells him that even though the younger one may catch up to him in studies, he'll never be able to catch up experience-wise. So what happened? The younger brother now, he was playing outside, he was running behind a kite to catch the kite, and what happened? Suddenly he saw the elder brother, and the elder brother scolded him and said that don't be proud of yourself, you need to work hard. Okay, he says that now we are only one class, I'm only one class ahead to you. Okay, भले तुम मेरे साथ आ जाओ क्लास में, लेकिन एक्सपीरियंस मेरा ज़्यादा होगा, बट एक्सपीरियंस वाइज आई एम एल्डर टू यू. ओके, एंड एवरी टाइम यू लर्न with the experience. Yes or no? So at last what happens? The elder brother tells him that grade gap can be erased, but the 5 years age gap cannot be. And what does he say? भले क्लास का गैप खत्म कर दो, though you catch up me in classes in school, but age wise I am elder to you. Okay, the younger brother then realizes that his elder brother will always remain older to him, thus he will always scold him and help him get on the right path. Finally, the younger brother realizes the importance of his elder brother, and they start running together after the kite. So what happens? After that, the younger brother realizes that yes, my brother, he's always going to be elder to me and he can scold me. He's having the rights to scold me. Okay, students? So if you are also having your elder brother, elder sister, or sometimes even if your parents, if they scold you, they tell you for something good. Okay, they tell you for something good, and you should always listen to them. You should always respect them. Okay, because they have seen so many things before you. Okay, and they tell you by having the experience. Okay, so this was a short recap of Unit 4. We'll continue with other recaps in the next class.